Welcome to this day in wrestling history for August 13th, 1994. The very first ECW Hardcore Heaven took place at the ECW Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Jason Knight defeated Mikey Whipwreck for the ECW World Television Championship. Terry Funk and Cactus Jack fought to a no contest in the main event after the tag team Public Enemy, which is team of Johnny Guns and Marco Rock, interfered. The event saw one of the most iconic moments in 90s wrestling when the crowd threw dozens of folding chairs into the ring bearing Public Enemy at the end of the show. In 1998, WCW Thunder taping at Fargo Dome in Fargo, North Dakota. In the main event, Bret the Hitman Hart defeated Lex Luger for the WCW United States Championship. In 2000, WCW presented the New Blood Rising pay-per-view from the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. This replaced the Hot Wild August event, pay-per-view event, to be more exact. Every match was contested under no disqualification rules. In this, the Cat Miller defeated the Great Muta. Chronic, that's the team of Brian Adams and Brian Clark, defeated the Perfect Event, which is the team of Sean Stasiak and Chuck Palumbo, the team of Sean O'Hare and Mark Zindrak, and the Misfits in Action, team of General Rickson and Corporal Cajun, which were actually Hugh Morris and Laszlo Roy, in the Four Corners match for the WCW World Tag Team Championship. With Disco Inferno, Tigers, and Rey Mysterio served as the special guest referees. Kevin Nash defeated Goldberg and Scott Steiner in a triple threat match. Major Guns defeated Miss Hancock, who's been known as Stacy Keibler. Kevin Nash defeated Goldberg and Scott Steiner in a triple threat match. I may have said already. Sorry about that. Vampiro and the Great Muta in the second match defeated Chronic, like I said earlier, Brian Adams and Brian Clark. Their second match as well. For the WCW Tag Team Championship, Booker T successfully defended the WCW World Heavyweight Championship in the main event against Jeff Jarrett. In 2001, the WWE Champion Stone Cold Steve Austin addressed the Alliance on the Go Home episode of Monday Night Raw before SummerSlam at the Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. During the promo, Austin started saying "what" with a pause. While Van Dam went one-on-one with Kurt Angle, Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare challenged The Undertaker and Kane for the WCW Tag Team Championship in a steel cage match. In the main event, Chris Jericho and The Rock took on Rhino and WCW Champion Booker T in a tag match that foreshadowed two single matches booked for SummerSlam. They finally defeated Rob Van Dam for the WWE Hardcore title. In 2003, the NWA TNA Weekly Pay-Per-View was at the Tennessee Fairgrounds in Tennessee Fairgrounds Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. America's Most Wanted was the team of James Storm and Chris Harris, and the team of Dusty Rhodes to defeat Glenn Glabotti, or formerly known as Disco Inferno, Johnny Swinger, and Simon Diamond. In 2005, CM Punk competed in his final match in Ring of Honor at the final chapter at the Frontier Fieldhouse in Chicago, Illinois. He lost to Colt Cabana 2-1 in a 2-hour 3 falls match, which was also the main event of the show. On the undercard, Roderick Strong defeated Matt Hardy Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal defeated the White Wallers, which is a team of Homicide and No Key, and they won by disqualification. In 2006, TNA presented Hard Justice from the Impact Zone at Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. The show is remembered for a malfunction in the pyrotechnics that set off the alarm and caused the Impact Zone to be evacuated. The show was delayed for 20 minutes, and a scheduled tag team match was cancelled. In the main event, Jeff Jarrett defeated Sting to retain the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. In 2007, on WCW Monday Night Raw, Mr. McMahon gathered the entire WWF roster in Madison Square Garden in New York City to address his recent paternity suit, in kayfabe that is. WWE Champion John Cena and WWE Intercontinental Champion Umaga teamed up to take on Randy Orton and Carlito. Cena and Umaga won the match. Additionally, Jerry the King Lawler is reluctant to crown Booker T as King Booker in an official coronation. Also in 2007, WWE taped the 35th edition of the Saturday Night's main event from Madison Square Garden in New York City. In an interesting side note, the show ended up airing 5 days later, and it's supposed to tape on Monday, and the name suggests, aired on Saturday, but aired in the United Kingdom before it actually aired in the United States. Side note, just usually because now with Peacock, it's not the case anymore. Or not Peacock, I mean Netflix, but usually pre-Netflix, like Raw would be shown live to most of the United States, and then Europe, if you saw it live in Europe, it would be like at 5 in the morning. No, I mean not that late, but in the morning, if not a day or two later. Batista and Batista and Kane defeated Finlay and the Great Khali. John Cena defeated Carlito. Former heavyweight boxing champion Randy Holyfield and Matt Hardy went to a no contest in a boxing match. CM Punk and the Boogeyman defeated John Morrison and Big Daddy V. In 2012, Brock Lesnar and Triple H signed a contract for the SummerSlam match on WWE Monday Night Raw for American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. Raw General Manager AJ Lee teamed up WWE Champion CM Punk and John Cena to take on and defeat Daniel Bryan and The Big Show. Punk had defeated The Big Show earlier in the night. Roddy Piper hosted a special edition of Piper's Pit featuring Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler, Biggie Guerrero, and The Miz. This ended up leading to a three-way match between three men, with Ziggler winning. Also in 2012, at a Ring of Honor taping at Frontier Fieldhouse in Chicago Ridge, Illinois, Jay Lethal, less than a week after returning to the company, defeated El Generico to win the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. In 2016, TNA Impact tapings took place at Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. On the episode that aired on September 1st, DJ Z defeated Andrew Everett, Braxton Sutter, Matthews, Rockstar Spud, and Trevor Lee to win the X Division Championship in an Ultimate X match. Maria defeated Ali to win the TNA Knockouts Championship. On the episode that aired on September 8th, TNA President announced that the Impact Grand Championship was replacing the King of the Mountain Championship, and a tournament would start on this episode. In the first two quarterfinal matches, Drew Galloway defeated Braxton Sutter, and Eli Drake defeated Jesse Godez. In 2020, AEW Saturday Night Dynamite taping was at the Daily's Place in Jacksonville, Florida, and on August 22nd. Mr. Brody Lee defeated Cody Rhodes. Oh, well, he was going to just go by Cody at the time. For the TNT Championship. Diamante and Ivelisse defeated the Nightmare Sisters. This is the team of Brandy Rhodes and Ali in the final of the Women's Tag Team Tournament. In 2021, AEW Rampage debuted on TNT from Pearson Events Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Christian Cage defeated Kenny Omega for the Impact World title. In the main event, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, defeated the AEW, retained the AEW Women's Championship over Red Velvet. Also 2021, Ring of Honor Weekly Wrestling TV at Chesapeake Employers Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. Has Maxton Impala defeat Holiday in the first round of Ring of Honor's Women's World Championship Tournament. In 2024, NXT TV at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, Charlie Dempsey defeated Tony D'Angelo for the NXT Heritage Cup. Chase U, represented by Andre Chase and Rich Holland, defeated Faxium, versus the team of Axiom and Nathan Fraser for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Notable birthdays: Spike Dudley in 1970, and Jumpin' Jim Brunzell of the Killer Bees, the Tag Team Killer Bees, well, at least probably most famously of the Killer Bees, born in 1949. I think it was also the former AWA Tag Team Champ as well, back in the early 80s. Notable death: Jim Denver Neidhart in 2018, Lance Cade in 2010, and Brian Adams, aka Crush, in 2007. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good day.